Hi, welcome back to the METCO Talk Show Insider Edition. My name is Rajan.
My name is Anaya, and today we have a special guest.
Hey guys, my name's Al. I'm a senior here at Swampscott High. I've been in the METCO program since I was in first grade, and I'm really excited to be a guest on the show today.
So Al, what is your experience and how is it being like a black male in Swampscott? How was the experience for you?
Being black was definitely different, and it was probably very it was a very unique experience for me coming up here in Swampscott, being kind of a minority in a system full of another race. But for me, kind of it was weird because it was kind of like I was blind within the system, kind of, because I've been here since first grade. So it kind of took me a couple of years to kind of find myself and kind of know my true calling and my true race and my true everything, because I was growing up with in a system of white people in a town of all white people in the suburb of Swampscott. There was very few black people. So for me, like, it was kind of misleading because I was growing up with all these white people. I kind of started picking up on white traits. So when in high school, it was kind of great to get with Miss O and get with different members of the METCO community and kind of remember where my home is, where my heritage is, where my race is, and kind of who I am as a black man in society.
Mm-hmm. So would you say it took you a while kind of like to get adjusted to this new community?
Yeah, but for me, like, I was kind of, once again, I was a unique case because I came in first grade. So for me, like, this was my community, you know what I mean? So like, I was in first grade, like, I was growing up with all the kids, like, so for me, I didn't really have trouble kind of integrating because we was all coming up at the same time as little kids. But there was times when it was definitely harder to integrate into activities or different games or different things just because I was black and it was white. And sometimes some stuff didn't appeal to me. I didn't see some stuff at my home that maybe they see all the time. So it was difficult in that sense of kind of fully immersing myself and being like kind of a part of their community. But looking back, it makes sense because like it just like it's not how it's supposed to be.
So would you say like METCO in a way had like a little role into you feeling like kind of accepted into like the Swampscott community in a way, and how would you feel like METCO benefited you in a way?
To be honest, I think if I look back on my 18 years, I think METCO is honestly the best thing that ever happened to me, because the METCO program is really great in sides of just kind of being like the communication or kind of like the connecting cart of the two towns and the two cities. Miss O, she does a really good job of kind of advocating for her students and making sure that we're all on top of our work and our schoolwork. And at the end of the day, that's really what we come here for. And I tell all my underclassmen that all the time. I tell them we come here for education, to have a better education. Swampscott provides education here at a public school in which that would be a test school in Boston. So, for example, we're receiving education that students have to test to for. So, like, BLA, different schools like that, different private schools that in Boston, that's not just an easy opportunity for you to just sign up and go to that school, whereas the METCO program provides us with the opportunity to go and get a great education in a safe place. Some of our students, they come from very active sites. They come from very kind of bad areas, bad neighborhoods. They probably go through a lot at home. So METCO is a good opportunity to get your 6 hours in, away from everything, kind of do what you got to do, come back home. There's late buses provided after school. So if you happen to pick up a sport, if you happen to go to a friend's house, if you happen to be struggling, you need some help. We also have a tutor, Mr. Timmy Bailey. He joined us a couple years ago. And he's always there to help us with everything we need. If we have any struggles, if we need someone to talk to. So all in all, METCO is just a great helping tool, and it's wonderful. Best thing that ever happened to me.
Has there ever been like a situation where you felt uncomfortable and you wasn't able to go to administration about it?
Definitely. There's definitely been times.
Are you able to share your story with us?
Yes. Can I ask, like, if you mean specific racial incidents?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's definitely been times where I feel as if like I kind of it's not worth it kind of to go to the administration because I always seem like I always have to be doing the work. So if there's an example like when something happened with But something happened with one of my friends. He is my friend. He so happened to say the N-word in a class, and two of my METCO partners, two of my METCO sisters, they overheard him. For me, it was crazy because this will also tie into my next situation when I speak on teachers. For me, it was crazy because I believe the students reported it, and they had to get Temmie Bailey up to the class, and they had to get Temmie to do all the talking and all the conversing and all the communication. And for me, that's like where my problem lies, is like I feel like us as METCO students, not only METCO students, but also people of color, there's kind of no policies set for us when there's racial incidents or racial problems. And I feel like that affected us because now you have students that they can say the N-word and they're hurting us as a people. They're hurting specific people that are in the classroom. Now you want to have like restorative circles where then Miss O also has to be the person taking over. She has to be the person kind of leading charge. Like those is the kind of little half stuff that we find gross because say like someone was supposed to find a vape on them, or say you found somebody that got in a school fight. There's regulations to be taken, and there's kind of documents to be held that you can read. Oh, such and such article, this, that of the student code, you will be suspended now. Us as a black people and the people of color, we don't have that, and I'm working very hard with the school committee. I was in that meeting yesterday to ensure that I can leave something behind, some sort of legislation, because this is unacceptable. There's been too many restorative circles I've been in that has been nothing but talking. There's been too many people that have said nigger. There's been too many people that have said nigga. Yes, I'm gonna say it because uncomfortable is the only time we get change. So I just feel like as an administration, it's time to step up, and it's time to stop that talking. We've had those meetings where it's like, oh, talk to us, tell us how you feel. Well, it's about number 5 by now. I have different seniors that have been in different multiple meetings. It's not gonna work if you pull a different 3 and you set up a meeting. It's not gonna work if you pull the juniors out and you ask them how you feel. It's not gonna work. At this point, we're all tired and we're all fed up, and we need policy, we need legislation, we need something written in the laws. I know our administration has been working hard, Mr. Norkin. But it's not hard enough, to be honest. So we need change now. We're done asking for it. It's about time. Y'all ask us what we need, and we told y'all. So that's it.
All right. So what is some advice that you would give to our black incoming males that are coming into METCO? What is some advice that you would give to them?
I'd probably say 3 things. 3 things I'd say. The first thing I'd say is, I'd say this to females too, and any high schooler coming in, do your schoolwork. Being a senior, looking back, is crazy because I'm always like, and every senior says it, because I was a freshman and the seniors was telling me, they was like, do your schoolwork. Like every senior, every upperclassman is gonna tell you to do your schoolwork. So that's the first thing I'd say. The second thing I'd say is be yourself. High school is very easy to get lost in the moment, and it's very easy to kind of get lost in different different echo chambers of different things and different interests. Because the thing about high school is you're changing. You haven't really kind of developed as a human being.
And you're finding yourself.
You're finding yourself, things you like, things you don't like, things you have interest in. So that's going to change throughout your 4 years. So the one thing I would say is always be yourself, because the thing that happens is people start getting that following trend, or people start getting that, oh, I want to hang out with them trend, or I want to be like them trend, and then you end up living a falsified life. You start fabricating things, fabricating yourself, and that's how kind of mental damage occurs, and kind of you start kind of start eating at yourself. So that's the second thing I'd say. And the third thing I'd say to as a black male is use your voice. If there's one thing I've never been scared to do, is I always speak for myself. I always advocate myself, whether that comes to struggling in class with schoolwork, whether that comes to talking to administration about an incident, whether that comes to walking up to a girl. Like I've never had that fear, and I instill that fear. Like I instill that kind of I don't want to say confidence, but just pride in being able to use your voice. God gave you a voice, so you got to use your voice. You're not going to get what you want if you don't speak up for it, if you don't ask for it. People aren't fortune tellers. They can't tell what you want. They can't tell what you need. If you want something, speak for it, speak up. there's one thing that Miss O told me, it's always advocate for yourself. If there's one thing my father and my mother told me, it's always advocate for myself. So that's 3 things I'd say is I say focus on your schoolwork, be yourself, and use your voice. Those are 3 advices I give for an incoming black student.
Okay.
So you had a big opportunity to be involved with the Swampscott Juneteen celebration. We have a quick video from that. Let's take a look.
There could be the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great song, Land of Love, where never kings connive, nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wraith, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free.
All right. So coming back from that clip of the Juneteenth celebration, what was that experience like for you, being a part of that?
So I'm not gonna lie, coming into Juneteenth, I didn't even know what it was, which is embarrassing, being an 18-year-old African American. But it was crazy because, like, days leading up to that, Miss O was like, "Yo, you got to do a speech." I was like, "All right, what's going on? Like, what's the word?" She was like, "You got to do a speech. You got me?" I was like, "Yeah, it's whatever." And then we got to the day of. I had a speech. It was a Langston Hughes poem. Langston Hughes, excuse me. We was in METCO, and it was like, yeah. So we walked down to the kind of the outside of the, across from Hadley. That's where all the rec events and like kind of the
Town hall.
The town hall. And it was Tom. I saw Mr. Doolett. He was behind me. I was a little bit nervous. I was shaking. It was like, now we have bangura. I was like, hey. Mr. Doolett was like, be yourself. And I walked up there and I realized, I was like, yeah, a lot of people want this opportunity to speak their voice. And I have to represent the METCO community. I have to represent the people that want to speak up, but that aren't given opportunity. So did what I had to do, gave a speech, and it was great because I learned so much more knowledge. As I told you, I didn't know the day of. I didn't know what Juneteenth was originally. So for me, I really enjoyed the festival and the community. It was a great show out from Swampscott, more people than I expected. There was great supporters. The town hall administrators, they were wonderful to us. They made sure everything was organized. Mr. Doolett, he's working right now. He got us going right now. He was getting us set up during the Juneteenth celebration. So all in all, it was a great experience, and I'd do it over and over again if I could.
Thank you guys for joining us today. I'd like to give a special thank you to our guests being here. Make sure you guys check out our other episodes coming soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.